All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free to play shard only run video. Today we are finally finishing out the saga of Nightmare Campaign. I forgot that I did not do this video a while back, and we were able to beat the 3-star version of the final boss, who's kind of a pain in the ass. So we're going to show you how we did it and which heroes we used. It's basically going to require Mithrala. So if you do not have her at this point, you will have to probably use, a different tactic with Unkillable. There are heroes like Gnarlhorn and some other heroes that I've heard can do it. Obviously, there is that Void Hero man who has the Unkillable every single time that you can use. But right now, we're going to show you how we did it with basically 3 heroes. These are going to be the 2 heroes that we just kind of go through. It'll work with Mithrala also if you want to take one of them out. But we're just going to run through real quick and show you how Yakarl and Syl are basically your 3-star champions in Nightmare. I mean, they basically control most of the fights in here. They have stuns, they have freezes, they have turn meter reduction, they have smite right now because I have smite on Syl, and we have the Reaper on Yakarl. So basically, when something gets really low in HP, if it has that little bit left, it'll end up just getting killed anyway. And yeah, they just run through these waves pretty easily. And like I said, you could conceivably do this with like someone like Bellower. Like there's ways to do this with rares, but it's a lot of work if you don't have those heroes to try to find them, get them, build them, and all that. Your Carl's going to be someone that everyone's going to be getting anyway, and most people will have him within probably around about the time that you have Syl if you're really pushing. If not, maybe a few months after. I had gotten him around 10 months in. But that's because I went for Yannicka first. I would highly recommend going for your Carl first. Now that I have, gotten both heroes, but these heroes are they're like probably the 2 best heroes in the game, at least for my account. And both of them are almost always used in every single team that I do at this point, just because they can control everything. They can heal, they can revive. It's almost like an all-in-one team with just 2 heroes. And that's kind of why they're awesome. I don't know if we really need to run every single area of the game. I think most people are just kind of interested to see the final boss. I'm just showing you how it works with the waves so you can see. I don't think we need to do every single stage, and you have to see how these guys react. It's going to be the same fight every single time. Literally, all the fights are going to be this. You don't have to worry too hard about it. It's pretty easy. They can auto, and we'll show you their stats at the end so you can see exactly how we built them. So there you go. I mean, they're going to beat everything. We're going to stage, and you can do that all the way through, even up until stage 6. There's no difference. All these fights are basically the same, and they're going to control it exactly the same way. Now, here is where things get a little dicey, right? This is where everybody has the problem. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull her out and we're going to bring Mithrala in. Now we want the attack, right? The accuracy would be good if you are missing things, but right now we're just going to go with this. Now, this fight, unfortunately, is not going to be an auto fight. We need to make sure that we are doing everything we can to use the right skills at the right time and to save our skills for the final boss. All right, very important. So we're going to keep poisoning everybody, hopefully stealing some turn meter from people that are annoying. So like her. There we go. We've got some turn meter, and then we can remove turn meter. He does have decreased turn meter on his A1 because of the skills, poison, and Mithral is really good at keeping everyone alive. Now, it looks like she's frozen. We're going to go for him because we haven't decreased their turn meter yet. Now, we have the ability to freeze everyone, which is probably something we're going to take. There we go. Everyone's frozen. We don't really need to worry about Hex, but we're going to do it anyway because it's a damage ability and we want to try and get as much damage as possible. And then we'll just start killing them off one by one. And like I said, you could do everything that I just showed you with Mithrala. It is possible. It's just a little bit slower just because you're going to sit here and have to hex everybody. You may take some hits. You're going to have shields put up. There's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to deal with outside. But the hexes are really good for like taking out. See, I can just fight her, and he's going to take damage from it, which is kind of nice. Boom, they're all dead. And Mithrala, although very hard to get as far as time to beat Hydra, in the grand scheme of things, she's not terribly hard to get. Really, all you have to do is be able to get the first box in Hydra. That's it. So that's doable if you have once you get Drex. So I believe Drex is the key to getting Mithrala. At least in my version with the mystery shards only, it's basically the way to do it because yeah, you just burn the hell out of everything and just bring in a bunch of heroes that can keep him alive. That's it. If you can keep everyone protecting Drex, then you're gonna get your 1.7 million damage and you'll be fine. Let's do all right. So we're at the boss almost now. So we want to kind of be a little more careful. These two are frozen. She's gonna attack us, which is bad. Um, we're gonna try and kill. She's frozen. We're gonna try and take this guy out. So we don't have to worry about her too much. Hopefully that loss of HP isn't going to be enough to kill us. That's the problem, right? We got to make sure we're good. Boop. Pop him in the face. All right, she's frozen. We're going to take him out. There goes the little Reaper. Oh, what's going on here? Is he not? It's being weird. It's a weird clicker. Here, we'll do this auto. There we go. That was actually bad because the hex I needed. All right, so I don't know why I was being stupid. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this shield up because we don't want to attack the boss. All right, we're going to take this guy down with, we're going to steal his turn meter. Now, the problem here is that he basically, if you hit the boss, everything here, he has a chance at gaining more turn meter. All right, where is it? I'll just so you guys can see it. Has a 10% chance to unlock secret skill peril for 1 turn. Also has a 20% chance to fill this champion's turn meter by 25% when attacked. So you got to be careful. You have a 25, he can increase it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to freeze everyone. See? So now everyone gets frozen, hopefully. All right, now this is where it's going to get a little wonky because we're going to poison and hopefully not hit the boss. All right, the Hex would have been very helpful at this point. Now, he does still have turn meter reduction on his A1, so we can use it for the first hit, see? Because even if he gains, we win. All right, so now we're going to do a Hex. And now all the damage we do is going to come off when we hit the ads, it's going to come off him too. But we're going to steal his turn meter with him, and then we're just going to keep attacking the ads. Hopefully freezing them each time, all right? We're going to keep doing attacks, hope for the best. All right, so he didn't gain his turn meter. We're good there. We're going to do an AoE freeze. All right. And then we're going to put the shield up because I don't want to get his turn meter up. And then we're going to steal his turn meter again. See? It's very slow moving. We're going to attack this guy, freeze him. All right, now we're going to hex everyone again. And then we are going to attack this guy. We don't want them to die too quickly. Otherwise, it makes it so that we are going to have trouble with the boss. And then steal his turn meter again. Say we're getting close. Hopefully she doesn't. There we go. It would be nice to get those poisons on him, but we didn't. Now we're going to use a freeze again, kind of kill that guy. So he's dead. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a shield because he's about to get his turn meter reduction. All right. And then we're going to attack him. So we're good there. Now we got the turn meter drop again. Come in, turn meter drop. Now we're going to do, all right, so now we're going to do the poison because we got it. So we might as well use it. Hopefully this doesn't do the turn meter increase. All right, it kind of did. We're going to use the AoE. And this should hopefully be the winner. Let's see, he's got his turn. He's dead. So there you go. So that's why it works. So this is a way to do it without having to worry about unkillable. All right. You need turn meter reduction, and the hex is important in the sense that you have hex on the enemy, so you're kind of hurting him while you are attacking the ad. So it's kind of a mix of things that are helping here. So if you are having trouble here, remember, I didn't beat this for a long time. Like we beat the fight, but we didn't beat it 3-star for a very long time. It's not super important. All right. So don't think that you're going to be doing this in the first week or two of the game. All right. This kind of thing is going to take some time, and it took a long time for me. It's going to take a long time for you. We didn't focus on, I think, Nightmare Campaign for at least, I mean, you can actually look at my Nightmare Campaign playlist, and you can see the first one we did. It's actually been months since I even touched the Nightmare Campaign video series. So just so you guys are aware of how we beat it. Now let's look at these two just real quick to see, well, 3 technically. So Syl basically is in a relentless set. She gets extra attacks. She has all of her skills max, and we put her in Brimstone. That was the big thing. You should be saving up coins in the beginning to get her blessing. All you need is the blessing. It doesn't matter if it's 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. You just need the blessing. If I remember correctly, I believe we actually pulled Syl 1-star. We had her on the wish list for a while, but anyone else in here, like Carl, I saved 20 coins up and bought his blessing. Mithrala, I did the same thing. We bought her blessing. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Just save up your coins. And eventually, when they pop up, you buy them. All right. Masteries for her. We went down this route to get accuracy because we want her to land her stuns, and then more defensive stuff like 50% chance to remove one random buff. We've got chance of leeches and all that stuff from the stun. So she's definitely got some interesting stuff, but we got her in mostly accuracy and stun. That's the main thing with her is we want her to make sure that she's stunning every time. And artifacts, we've got her in a defense glove, a defense chest, and a speed boot. As you can see, it's a flat defense stat, so it's not the best option, but hey, it's working. We've got her in defense ring, we've got her in crit damage on her amulet, and we've got her in accuracy on her banner. No surprise there. Her total stats are 47,000 HP, 1740 attack. She's got 4,000 defense, 178 speed, which is garbage comparative to what you could do. So you can make this much easier. Her crit rate is 65, crit damage is 132, resistance 149, and accuracy is 330. This is because we only cared about accuracy with her. I only cared about that. Now, I would love to get her speed up and make her a little bit better, but to be honest, Syl has been doing just fine with me with this build. Like, literally everything I put her in, she's fine. So I'm a firm believer, once again, of if it's not broke, don't fix it. She definitely needs to be fixed, but I haven't had any problems bringing her into fights, and she's been fine with this build. It's really the accuracy and at least reasonable speed that's important for her. And the relentless helps with it because then she gets extra turns. All right, your Carl. He is in mostly accuracy type stuff and some extra pieces that I had. We were just going for build on him. His skills are max, and he has the Soul Reap Blessing because that way he can kill things that are at low HP, which is very nice. And then we've got his masteries, mainly just accuracy, and then all the way down to War Master on the offensive tree. Nothing new or special here. It's basically just your average attack with debuffs kind of build. His artifacts, we have him in a crit damage glove of 80%. We were lucky enough to have that. Attack on his chest, and we've got speed on his boots. We have him in an attack ring. We've got crit damage amulet and an accuracy banner because we need him to hit those turn meter reductions and the freezes, all very important. And funny enough, his accuracy is not even that great comparatively to other heroes. We've got 218 accuracy, so we could do a lot better on that. He's got 44,000 HP. 4,300 attack. He's got 1,700 defense. If he freezes things, or if he has freezes up, he can actually increase his defense. So having his defense lower isn't as big of a problem for most heroes, but he does still die in some instances. So just know his speed is 223. His crit rate 78. Crit damage is at 218. His resistance is 168, and his accuracy is 218. Like I said, really good hero. Awesome. He is my favorite hero in the entire game, like as far as like legendaries, everything. He's the most used hero, I think. I think he was actually the most used hero on my video for the year. All right, and Syl is up there with him. Now, Mithrala, once again, takes some time to get, but once you get her, I think it's worth it, obviously, to build her out quickly. So, skills, all max. We have her in Brimstone also. It's because we don't use her in Syl very often, and even when we do, it's actually good to have those two Brimstones for boss fights, because Mithrala is more of a boss fight kind of person. She's not really a wave clearer in the sense that she's good for waves because she can basically stop them from attacking, but she doesn't do a ton of damage. She's more of a damage over time hero, so she becomes better for bosses. Syl, on the other hand, is kind of a mixed bag. It depends on the boss, but mostly she's good for wave clearing and then a few bosses. Mainly it's because she can revive and stun and reduce turn meter. It's awesome. So masteries, her same thing. We went down the same idea as Syl, all the way down to Eagle Eye to get her accuracy up because Mithrala actually has a skill where her resistance increases based on her accuracy, so that's why we did that. And then mostly just defensive type stuff, like it has a 25% chance to counterattack an enemy when they apply any kind of debuff, which is very nice. Get her moving and getting some more poisons up, which is always good. We've got her in. What is this set? She's a Swift Parry, and that basically gives her speed and crit damage and 50% chance to go unkillable, which has come in useful many, many times. We've got her in a crit rate glove. We've got an HP chest, and we've got a speed boot. Main reason is her shield is based off her HP, so we definitely wanted to boost that. And then her ring is at 4,000 HP, which you got HP on her amulet, and then we've got accuracy on her banner. Her total stats as of right now are 70,000 HP. We've got 1,600 attack. We've got 2,989 defense, 226 speed, 113 on crit rate, so it's obviously too high. Crit damage is 95. resistance 82, because like I said, we don't need it. We get it from her accuracy, and her accuracy is 349. So in battle, basically she gains 349 and 82 for her resistance. So her resistance will be over 400 when in battle. So yeah, we definitely don't need any of that stuff. So that's their builds. They're awesome heroes. And if you were looking for a special, oh, this is done with rares kind of video, unfortunately, Nightmare is not worth the time that you would have to put into to build heroes or find specific heroes that would be able to beat that on 3-star. It's just not worth the time. I mean, you're going to be wanting to build these heroes over those heroes in the beginning, so you might as well just wait until you get these heroes. Just go into those fights, beat them with whatever team you got, get whatever stars you can get. If you can get 2 stars on everything, great, as long as no one dies. If someone dies, who the hell cares? Just get whatever you can from Nightmare and then literally forget that it exists. And when you finally have some heroes that can actually beat it, like, who's the other one? Let's just go in real quick so that you guys know exactly who I was talking about, because I never ever seem to remember his damn name. It's funny because I hate him so much, but for some reason I feel like it was in here. Right? Spider. No, where the heck is he? It's gonna bother me, and I want it to bother you too. Oh, here we go. We're in rares. There we go. Paragon. I had to think about it. I'm in the wrong spot. So Paragon is definitely he's the cheese version. So if you have Paragon, you can look up videos on the Paragon cheeses and you can see all the things that he is good for. He is a rare legendary basically because there's no other hero that can do what he does most of the time. Uh, he can go unkillable literally forever. It's insane. So yeah, if you like him, use him. Otherwise, yeah, Mithrala and Yukari can do the job just fine. You just got to make sure they're fast enough, strong enough, and you may fail once in a while, but you only need to beat it once, right? That's the whole point. So if you fail once in a while, I think you'll be fine because you'll never have to do it again. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about some things. It's always good to hear from you and find out what you guys think about these things. It's been a great journey here on the Nightmare campaign. So this is the end of the Nightmare campaign series, and I think it's a good time for it now that we're about to hit the 2,000 mark. By the time you guys see this, we might already have 2,000 subscribers, which is kind of cool. So this might be that video. It might be the video where everyone is at 2,000. So, and yeah, and as always, like, share, subscribe. Great for the channel, great for you, great for me. Everyone loves it. We do a live stream every single week, so that's great. So this week will be raid actually. So yeah, tune in. That's it. This is the end of Nightmare campaign, 3-star, and this is Mobile Gamer Nerd. Hey, you guys care.